The more things change, the more they stay the same. Lenovo may have shaken things up a bit with the new design and color changes on the ThinkPad X100E and Edge models, but the T410 stays true to its roots. You get the familiar black rectangle, but with a few subtle changes. The T410 essentially absorbs the T400's revised chassis with cambered edges and the slimmer appearance. Since the bottom half of the chassis are now angled inward, the major port groupings on the sides jut out from the chassis a bit. It gives the T410 a brawny look, like a muscle car with a supercharger sticking out of the hood. It lets you know the T410 is packed to the gills with features. With the refreshed ThinkPad T410, T510, and W510, Lenovo saw fit to bring the redesigned keyboard of the T400s over. Accordingly, all T and W series models now have larger keycaps, larger escape and delete keys, and rounded premium system buttons. The caps lock key also gets its own LED, and the UltraNav is raised per the T400s as well. The feel of the T410 keyboard is on par with the T400s and representative of what many come to expect from the ThinkPad keyboard. There's no flex that I can detect, and the key travel feels just about right. As with the keyboard and exterior design, the ThinkPad T410 touchpad is also a gift from its slimmer T400 cousin. It has the dimple texture and the flush mounting of the T400 touchpad, and it performs identically, which is a great thing. Scrolling is responsive and accurate, as are the multi-touch gestures for those who use them. If you go out and buy a ThinkPad T410 today, you'll find only 2 display choices, compared to the 3 or 4 on prior models. All T410s now use an LED backlighting, so you can choose from a WXGA or a WXGA Plus resolution. Our model came equipped with a ladder panel, and it's quite nice. Brightness is on par with ThinkPad T400s, providing more than enough brightness for even a well-lit room. While ThinkPads aren't designed for multimedia use, they have been steadily getting better over the years. Speakers were traditionally very weak on every ThinkPad, but the T410 surprised me with its volume. This new generation also brings with it NVIDIA graphics instead of ATI, along with the usual Intel graphics. In terms of connectivity and ports on the T410, on the left side you have a smart card reader, 3 USB 2.0 ports, a display port output, Ethernet, and a VGA output. On the right side you have a wireless switch, express card, SATA port, combination, mic and audio jack, optical drive, a powered USB 2.0 port, FireWire, and a Kingston lock slot. In terms of battery life, our test system had a 2.53 GHz Core i5 CPU, NVIDIA NVS 3100M discrete graphics, and a 9-cell battery. After a fresh charge, the battery gauge would read about 5 hours. With the majority of my time spent browsing the web, loading various flash-intensive websites, and finally watching about 30 minutes of video, the 9-cell battery ended up lasting about 3.5 hours. What we liked about the T410 was that it has pretty much every port imaginable, has high performance, runs cool, great touchpad, and an improved battery design. What we didn't like about it was its picky keyboard, the fan runs often, and it has no switchable graphics. In all things considered, we gave the Lenovo T410 a 4 out of 5 ranking.